What's up? It's your boy 3-2, man. Y'all know what it is. It's Sunday Sit Down. What we got here today? This is episode 2. And what we gonna talk about?
Today we're gonna talk about females and the type of persona we give off nowadays with our behaviors and the things that we allow and we accept and the things that we do. And he's gonna talk about
how our words as men and how our actions as men spill over and affect the actions and daily lives of women.
Basically, yeah, it's this video that I want to show y'all. I'm not really sure who these three people are, or who these two ladies are, but I'm gonna post the video so I can see it. It'll be somewhere in there. So yeah, basically, the two women are friends. You can tell they best friends, obviously, and they're talking about how one of them on her birthday weekend, which is the same birthday weekend as mine, was in a hotel room with some basketball players, was getting fucked by the manager, and I can't be talking like this all on YouTube.
And she was sucking 7 of them pains, you feel me? I'm talking about bragging about it like she ain't had no remorse.
Yeah, she was bragging about it like really, like yeah, and 7 dudes and da da da.
And she said she swallowed all 7 of them.
She said
swallowed.
She said she swallowed all 7 nuts. So I was really blown away by that video and really like, okay, so if this is the type of shit that women think is acceptable, where did this come from and why are they acting like that? And I personally feel like it's because of the men. It's not all on y'all, but it's basically the expectations y'all have of us or what y'all tell us y'all looking for, or just in general. Like y'all say y'all want hoes, y'all want freaks, y'all want this, y'all want that. And then when we present y'all with that, we every name in the book. So it's just like, but this behavior isn't acceptable and it's not. So I want to talk about that and talk about basically, do we think that the chicken came before the egg or the egg before the chicken?
Well, as a man, I'm gonna go ahead and say I disagree off the bat. I don't think that the argument can start off by saying, I don't think we can start the argument off by saying that this is men's fault and our expectations. Regardless of what expectations we set on women, I'm just gonna be honest and say women should have enough self-esteem and self-worth in themselves to only follow those expectations that are actually beneficial to their life. I don't know what guy is setting the expectation that you should be performing fellatio for 7 different guys or 8 different guys in one setting. Most men,
one.
Okay, well, have sex with one and then give fellatio all the way through for 7 other guys, so 8 total. I don't know a guy that's, you know what I'm saying, glorifying that woman or looking for that woman to be in a long-term relationship.
I wouldn't say that guys are looking for that woman to be in a long-term relationship, and I'm not saying that those are the expectations or that's what y'all look for. But what I will say is that women are to be held at a higher standard. That's just always been the premise. That's always been like the norm. Women can't really be sexually expressive. Women shouldn't talk about these certain things out in public or be this certain type of way. You know, lady in the streets, freak in the sheets. You know, that's our label. But it's unfair because guys y'all can do whatever y'all want to do. Y'all get to be freak in the streets and the sheets. 4-5 different women. Y'all get to be outside, kids everywhere, some more shit, and be looked upon as just a man. Oh, he just been a man. His hat is where his home is. I mean, he just was doing him. He had a wild little summer. She sucked 7 dicks in one night. I mean, that ain't. It's not right. It's not morally okay, but it shouldn't be morally okay on either side. It shouldn't be that's not ladylike. You know how we get that stigma like a lady should do this, a lady should do that. Sure. But what should a man do then? Because then y'all have no
standard. I'm not saying on the other end that that's right either. I think in episode 1 I highlighted I don't condone cheating. Like I don't think that that's right. We both talked about we understand why people do cheat. You know what I'm saying, especially when needs aren't being satisfied. So and we talk about this all the time. I do feel like men do cheat 99% of the time because there are one or more needs that aren't being satisfied over a long period of time. Yes, we can go without sex from my partner for a couple weeks, a couple months, you know what I'm saying? Maybe even a year for them strong men. I'm not putting myself in that category, but I mean, if we together, like, why ain't we? You know what I'm saying? That's my question. But anyway, some of us, we can go that duration. Some of us can go long periods of time in a relationship with a woman who doesn't cook, clean, or do anything for that matter that, you know what I'm saying, provides peace or adds peace to my life. And what usually happens in those cases is we'll put up with it for a while, and then eventually we're going to go find someone who is willing to see us in the attractive light that we desire to be in, or who is willing to cater to us in the fashion that we feel needed or necessary. Again, I'm not saying that this is right, but men are void fillers. When we find that void, we fill it. Regardless of the means or the how, it just gets done.
I feel like our way of thinking is unfair because we as women do not do that. Y'all be having a lot of boxes unchecked, and we just sit pretty and go along for the ride for the most part. Like, good women, I know there is women that do cheat, but good women, we really do deal with a lot of bullshit. We don't go out and fill voids or find other people that's gonna have stuff that you don't necessarily have. We might nag. Ours will come in the form of nagging. Ours will come in the form of, you need to do this. I like this when you do that. I don't like this when you do that. I need you to do this. I want this. Versus just fuck all that. Just fuck communicating with her. Fuck telling her the sex bad. Fuck telling her she can't cook. I'm just gonna go out here and find somebody with a fat ass and they can fucking flip a waffle.
Alright, before we go further, how many women do you honestly think are ready to have that conversation? Hey babe, that sex just wasn't it last night. Hey babe, I think your vagina smells. Hey babe, the way you give fellatio ain't it. Hey babe, your ass is flat, do squats. Like, I don't think many women are going to be as open and accepting. Like, I feel like a lot of what women nag and like talk about what men don't do is because, well, it's normally something that men have already tried and failed to do, and we just giving up on actually trying. So like the communication key, I feel like somewhere down the road, a man came home and was like, "Babe, this ain't it." And she flipped the fuck out. And it was like, damned if I do, damned if I don't. So I'd rather not tell you and have you at least thinking one thing while I'm doing another than you just always mad because you know what the fuck is up.
I'd rather know what the fuck is up and either deal with it.
Of course you would, because you feel that you would be in a better position emotional. But as far as my peace goes, my peace would not rather you know. Because I don't get no peace if you know. Because you're not going to handle it mature or appropriately.
A lot of women won't. Where I'm at now, yeah. But back then, fuck no. But men don't either. I can't come to my man and be like, your dick little.
On me. He heard pride. But that's why I say, like, I think it's a how. You know what I'm saying? I definitely think there's a how you say
There's no way to say that in a way that a man will accept it. If you say,
I think it's a how for both though. Like, I feel like there's a way that you can tell a woman like, hey, your ass not fat enough, or your vagina don't get wet enough. And I think it's a way you can tell a nigga, hey, look, your penis not long enough, or your stroke game, like you need to do something.
If I had a flat ass and my man was to be like, your ass flat, or your pussy ain't wet, or your vagina not wet enough, or anything like that, I could. Lubrication, squat, You can't fix your dick not being lengthy.
And they got pills, you know what I'm saying? They got extends, they got pumps and stuff. Like, I mean, we got things that make it bigger.
Who gonna do that?
I mean,
what black man you're not gonna be like, alright, babe, hop on with a pump? So if your girl said,
what girl is gonna be like, oh, alright, let me go get my squats in? Like, no.
That's easier than going out to a store.
Half the women don't even like doing workouts.
But y'all have to, but I could do that at home. Y'all have to literally go out to the store, sneak around the corner, y'all all black in the black hoodie and shit. Y'all got them penis pumps out there.
I mean, it's not. It's definitely a security thing. Like, you're gonna have to be securing yourself in some fashion because, yeah, you're not gonna like the information, and then it's not always comfortable to go about making those changes. You know what I'm saying? It's not comfortable to go about losing weight. It's not comfortable to go about trying to do squats or eat cornbread to get your booty big, or Kegel exercises so that your grip get right. You know what I'm saying? Like, or hip stuff for my men so we loosen up our hips and have more range of flexibility and mobility. Like, it's not easy. You know what I'm saying? Then it's work. You're gonna have to put in effort. So
yeah, and it's just having them tough conversations. But a lot of couples not willing to do that. So, but that's on both ends. It's not a male or female thing. Because most men would be like, well, my dick ain't big, then why was it touching the dangly thing in the back of your throat? You was screaming though. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I was acting.
Well, stop acting.
Now hurt my man pride. Because really.
Well, he's know the truth. I'm gonna be honest, bro. If I'm trash, let me know I'm trash, and then like allow me to get better. But don't have me out here thinking I'm a fucking Tommy Lee out here going crazy in the vagina, and the whole time you over there faking the fun.
You can't tell a man that. You can't, because then even though it's not that satisfactory, I don't feel comfortable enough coming to a man saying your stroke ain't one right or your dick is small, because even though that may be the case and it's not as satisfactory, I still want to fuck. But they're not going to have the momentum or want to fuck me because they feel insecure about this.
So then, okay.
Like if you say my pussy
I ain't gonna lie, because I ain't fucking, I'm not gonna fuck a girl the second time if it stink the first time. So is that a thing? Like, can a nigga have, well, not a nigga, but can a man have weak penis and y'all go back the second time?
Yeah.
Why?
Because maybe you just, it's not weak to the point where it's better than nothing. Like, basically, it's better than nothing. Okay. It's better than nothing. And then,
so if it's better than nothing, so that means it's something that you can work with.
It's better than nothing, but if you my nigga and this supposed to be what I'm getting all the time, I was eating hamburgers every day, and this one ain't got no cheese. Oh, heaven.
But okay, so then the thing is, so why not teach him how to be better? Like, if it is your man, and you like, what, like, I don't know, I guess it's definitely weird to like, babe, look. But like, I done been in relationships like, hey, look, I would like for you to do this more.
I definitely got told, like, yo, head.
But okay, so was it like your head trash and then like they just look for the third? Did they call you back and they asked for it again?
I was in a relationship.
Or did they give you pointers?
Like, I was in a relationship.
Did they give you pointers though?
Like, not necessarily pointers, but just like.
You ain't gotta do it all the time, baby.
Yeah, like.
Alright, well, I mean, okay, so that's another thing then. Like, do people get offended if your partner excludes certain sexual acts because it's like, not okay?
I kind of felt offended, but I didn't like doing it. So then I was like, okay, cool.
So it didn't hurt you?
No, but I was really trying. Like, I wasn't being trash on purpose. That's
why I ain't gonna lie, I take a very jovial approach to sex, like, especially like my performance. So like, I always tell people I got a 3-inch dick. So that way, if you call my dick small, like, if I already call it 3 inches, you can't offend me, bro.
That's his coping mechanism.
Oh, man, no, seriously though. But that's definitely my coping. That's a coping mechanism. That way, like, because I know, like, I am am sure that there's other men out there that are more endowed than I am. I ain't slow to think. I ain't slow to think that like I got the hugest, longest. No, that's not like, you know what I'm saying. But at the same time, I also know like what I am working with, I'm working with. I was blessed with, and it works for me. Like, so I just go off the back and just, you know, my coping mechanism is, oh, I got a 3-inch. And then, you know, I would be like, yeah, that's not 3. It's 3 to you. That's all you need to see. That's all you need to be. You feel me? And that's all that matters.
That's his insecurities and his coping mechanism.
Okay.
My vagina not the cutest. I mean, it's not the ugliest. I do like, but I always act like me. I be like, I'm that bitch, you that bitch.
Oh yeah, no, she definitely get more points than do.
I do.
I take points away from me. She get points to herself.
You're like, I know I got that drip, sauce, tight, grip, tight, monkey wrench.
No!
We clowning on this video.
Nah,
So, topic at hand. Do women act like hoes because that's what men expect? Or do men expect women to act like hoes so we come up to that standard?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna say like, again, like it starts, accountability is the root of all of this. So again, that's gonna be my favorite word for every episode, accountability. So as a man, I'm gonna take our accountability on the man's side and say that we definitely we throw gasoline on flames. And we probably started the flames, to be honest. With music, period, but then art as a whole industry, like from objectifying women in the early rap music, to some of the explicit lyrics in the earlier rap and R&B genres, to the naked art forms, the nude models, and all of that. Like, I feel like me and
the video hoes,
the video vixens, like all of that type of stuff. Like, men definitely put that type of woman, and in parentheses, that type of woman, I'm gonna put hoe, in the front spotlight. You know what I'm saying? In the forefront of women,
right?
And the type of women that should be available to us men. And in that, we have inadvertently screwed a lot of women, because a lot of women, out of desperation for attention and out of desperation for a man's attention, they came to these expectations, these ideals, and these personalities that men seem to be praising and reverencing in lyrics and art forms and videos and movies and pretty much every way of life that a little girl could, you know, view visually.
Right.
And I think over time, what we see, you know, as a snowball effect, it just got worse. So where it would be a thing where men would only perpetuate it, you know what I'm saying? We would make it rain in a video, you know what I'm saying, on MTV or BET After Dark. You'll see a tip drill video and you got a bunch of ass on TV and they swiping cars through the ass cracks. Like, their ass though.
I'm sorry, that happened.
Tip drill video, Nelly swiped the car straight through her ass. Like, they ran out of money as soon as he got to the bottom.
It ain't your face, I need a...
As soon as he got to the bottom of the stack, he was like, pulled out a card and said, right through her crack. Dead ass, no bullshit. But that type of, those images, that type of visual, or those type of visuals really set a precedence for young ladies. And
right.
The clothes start getting shorter because, again, we want a pretty, long-legged, beautiful, voluptuous, curvy woman with her ass out. Mm-hmm. Love when she act like she bow-legged and been a comb. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are the type of things we became very open to accepting from women. And then it was like, well, if she don't spit on the, while she doing it, I don't want her. So now you got girls who giving fellatio to 7 different men because they heard it in a song, or they heard it in an interview, or they seen it in some type of media where it was like, well, I can't keep a man, or I ain't gonna get the man that I want if I'm not providing these type of skills, if I'm not providing this type of personality. And that's really where we've gotten off the roads and off the rails, because now men are fucked up because we looking for a great wholesome woman that we never bragged about in public, and women are out here hoeing like they ain't got shit to do.
That's my biggest problem. Just that men change the dynamic of sex. They change the value of sex, which I would put the blame on women, because we shouldn't even allow y'all to have did that. Sex is the vagina and penis, but we control the entrance to the vagina. And we hold the standard on it.
Right.
So that's something that we shouldn't even have let y'all limbo, but we did. We dropped the ball, and it changed the perception of sex. It went from this valued, honorary, doing our married, shit. Grandma got 5 or 6, 7, 8, 9 kids, but you ain't never seen grandma no little bitty ass skirt, no little bitty ass, whole ass outfit, sucking 7 dicks in one night.
True.
Grandma may have Grandma may have more than one baby dick, but you ain't never heard about her around town doing XYZ with XYZ and da-da-da-da. So men put this persona or this new face on what they see as value, and like you said, us as women wanting attention, because we get it from it starts from kids. We get attention, so that's all we feed off of. So now that we are adults, we want attention, especially from the male. The men, I know I do. I want male attention, but I ain't gonna suck 7 dicks for it.
And that's like, again, and that's where the self-worth for me comes in. Like, we could blame men for so much of the culture of dating and, the dynamic between men and women right now. We could blame men for all of that. But at some point, we're going to have to say, okay, what did women do to combat that? You know what I'm saying? What did women do to come up against it? And I'm sorry, nagging just ain't it.
But that's what I was saying. That's what I was getting to. Yeah, women are held to this standard of having self-worth, and how did she combat it? Da-da-da-da. Men don't have self-worth. Y'all don't. Y'all should uphold yourself to the same standard. I'm not going to get my dick sucked with 6 other dudes, because it's not the type of dude I am. I wouldn't want nobody doing that to my daughter. Half of them got daughters, I'm sure, or some type of kid. I'm not going to let a woman give me fellatio with 6 other dudes, because that's just not my jam.
And we talked about that though in the last episode, the culture of men. Like, again, like the single man or the single man, like probably through college is T. Well, not the single man, but the loyal man in a relationship, booed up all the time. Like the man that a lot of us want to be at 25 and older. You know what I'm saying? If he is that man, if he's that version of himself before 25, he's 9 times out of 10 made fun of among his man circle or his social circle. And again, that's a toxic masculine trait.
Right.
But it's a culture that, again, is subscribed to at such an early age. Like before they even could bust nuts and hit puberty, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure that they were on the playground saying, hey, who can go grab such and such butt? Or who can have the most girlfriends? Who's had the most kisses? Who can get the most numbers? Like these type of competitive games in the arena of sexuality start way before men start having sex, and those cultures start amassing and arising way before we hit puberty.
Right, but see, like a girl like me or a woman like me, because girls kind of go through the same competition. It's like, well, it's not a competition. Well, it is. It's like if you're not a girl that's gonna go in middle school, elementary, high school, they're not gonna pick you, so you're left out. I was always left out because I'm not gonna suck your dick in the back of the science class. I'm not gonna jack you off. I'm not gonna stay after school with you. I'm not gonna let you fuck.
Darn!
I didn't get invited to shit. Like I was always pretty. That wasn't a problem. But I was pretty than a lot of the popular girls. But because I wasn't going to go, It's the standard. It's like, okay, so girls feel like it's necessary in order for me to get a little bit of play, in order for a nigga to stay around, in order for me to be popular and cool and live up to y'all standards, when I don't even know why the fuck they going off y'all standards, because I go off my own. But speaking to the mass majorities that don't, they look up to y'all to set that standard, and the standard that's been set is pop that pussy for a real nigga. And then when we do pop that pussy for a real nigga, for all the niggas, then we hoes and we have no value. Well, or y'all like, what are real women in? Like, growing into this woman I am now, that's, you know, I still see the same thing. I'm not picked, I'm not popular per se, because I'm not out here flying out to Atlanta or whatever the fuck they is, sucking and fucking and ducking basketball. Sucking and fucking and ducking basketball players. On
All-Star Weekend.
On All-Star Weekend. What did they say? If your girl, what the dude said if your girl got tickets to that game, she's fucking a nigga on that team.
Better know it. You better know it. Basically, what I was gonna say is, how women look for men to be the anomaly. The shoe is pretty much set out the same way on the other side. So, like how she said, like, as a man, if you in a room with 6 other guys, you should be that one man that's standing up and say, hey, look, this ain't right. Like, this could be somebody's daughter, this could be somebody's mom. Like, if you are in that friend group circle as a girl and all your friends are going, you being that one that's not going is actually gonna make you the prize gem. While your other friends, they might be getting chosen in that moment. And don't get me wrong. It doesn't feel good not being chosen in that moment. But when you get, I'm gonna be honest, like, my pride will be a little hurt. Like, if I'm with 4 people and then all 3 of them, if all 3 of my dudes come up and it's like, I know because, like, what my morals is, I ain't know what they on. And, like, you know what I'm saying, they get walked off. I'm like, hey, maybe I should have just been on some whole shit today. You know what I'm saying? I've
been in that situation with my friends, like, especially when I was bigger, like, before I lost weight, they will always get chosen. Like, you know my friends. Yeah. And, yeah, I mean, I'm the prettiest out of my friends. I ain't gonna play. And they always get chosen. And like that did used to hurt. Cause in the back of my head I'd be like, I used to be like, I know the shit. No, but I used to be kind of upset. Like when I wouldn't get chosen over the hoes that go, or the popular girls, or the prettier girls, or whatever. It kinda did put pressure on me to, as a younger kid, to be more, you know, relaxed, but I was still always so, like, I have morals. I'm just gonna put it like that. I ain't gonna lie, like, it didn't cross my mind, like, what are they doing that I'm not? Then when I found out the shit they was doing, I was like, yeah, I'm Gucci, Louis, Prada. I ain't gonna do none of that shit, so yeah, I'm just gonna stay in my little corner. But, as an adult, those morals just kind of followed me from my childhood, so that's how I landed, and that's how I be so, or that's why I am so green, and I am very surprised when I hear about the things that women do and what they subject themselves to. Because no, you can't. I'm not giving you head. You can't see my pussy. I'm not fucking you.
Snapchat need that. If it's cool.
We can't link, like. And I always been this way. So yeah, but men put a lot of expectations on women to be this way or be that way, and then they are that way.
But it's also like, I'm sorry, because I got to interrupt now because I was hearing you in the kitchen. Mm-hmm. And yeah, she might be the cutest out her friend group. Yeah, she might have
edit that out.
I know. I'm really funny. I'm bullshitting at this point. But nah, like I was saying, like, I definitely, like, I feel like while you might not be chosen in that moment, you know what I'm saying, while your friends may be the ones getting chosen and you be the one left out on the sideline to look and sit.
To draw.
I'm going to be honest and say, give it 5 years. Give it 5 years. Literally, just give it 5 years and see how the tables turn. How those friends who was getting chose and was going, how they not really getting that same type of attention because of the reputation that they built up in going. A lot of the expectations that men force upon women were actually, and I'm saying we because I'm taking my accountability with the male. Like, as a male, I'm taking full accountability with all of my counterparts. I ain't all participating in this, but I'm gonna take accountability. But we force those expectations on weak-willed women.
Question: do you think the weak will of these women come from? I think they come from not having like a relationship with some type of dad or father figure. Because then I think about it, I'm trying to think like who instilled this in me to be this way. It wasn't my mama. My mama not outside, but it wasn't like long ass talks. Like, be this type of woman, do these type of things. It was more of like a dad thing. Or like, I always had my uncle in my life. Shout out to Jimmy. I always had my real dad. And I have a stepdad. Shout out to Kori and shout out to Sean. I always had male figures in my life. And especially with my stepdad, we lived together. So we would have those close, long conversations, hour-long conversations. Like, people, he would tell me, people already gravitate towards you. You don't have to be extra or do extra. You already have a light. You already have a personality. You already have this aura. So you good. And when you do come into men, like, this is me, like, middle school. So when you older and you start dating, you already pretty, you got a nice body. Like, we used to talk, like, real genuinely talk. Like, I don't want to make it seem creepy, but it was really personal, like. And
it should be though. Like, I feel like,
yeah, like, it was embedded in me to not succumb to this is what men gonna try. He used to tell me straight up, they gonna try to hit, they gonna want you to do this, they gonna want you to go for the team, they gonna want you to do all this, you ain't gonna get shit out of it, you gonna get a wet ass, a baby, STD. Like, it was those deep conversations, like, me asking back, like, what's that? What do you mean? Like, why not? Why wouldn't they want this? Because a woman that does these type of things don't have no value. A woman that these type of things that's easy like that, they're not worth nothing at the end. And this is what a man wants. A man wants a woman that can help provide, that can be a teammate, that can lead in some aspect, in some instances, you know, but still can dial it back. You know, they do want a woman that's fine and sexy and but that also still carries herself and holds herself at a certain standard. Of course, I'm definitely, you know, promiscuous in my ways and can hold it down. I mean,
we got
but everybody down the street and outside and at work and all of that don't know that I hold myself at a high standard, and that's just been embedded in me as a young kid. So I'm one of these women in the video. If they don't have a daddy around, or if they do, what's the relationship like? We need to get them on the show.
I mean, and I think that's the biggest part with females today. I really feel like the major and most critical part of the culture that we see today, as far as women succumbing to bullshit expectations as far as sexuality go, is because there was not a man present in their homes that gave them unconditional love, that valued their life. Like, literally, as a father, valued my daughter's life, valued her being, valued her essence, her presence, her femininity. Like, when you have a man to show you what real love is, to show you what real compassion is, to actually exemplify and show you, walk you through it, and not just tell you, you know what I'm saying? It's not just something that you hear, it's something that you can see and live out. When you got that type of example in your household, you tend to incorporate that in your life. You tend to actually see it and be able to avoid it later on in life, versus when you don't have it. When you don't have a dad telling you the value of love, the value of your vagina, the value of your body, the value of emotions, the value of relationships, then 9 times out of 10, the first man to teach you what that is your first boyfriend. And because he's probably in middle school, high school, or college,
And
he
just
still
depending on how he's raised.
Exactly. So I mean, it's a whole lot of factors.
Monopoly.
But even taking like how he was raised, let's just say he was raised in a great home. He's still young. Like he still has life to experience. He still has lessons to learn, and he still has love to figure out. Like he himself, even if he received love and saw love on an appropriate level and at a healthy level, he still has to learn to give it out. Just because you know how to receive love doesn't always mean you know how to give it out. And I think that's the second part of why women and men are so fucked up these days, because the receive and give of love it's not there. You know what I'm saying? It's not how it needs to be. It's not balanced. We got women giving out way more love than what they're receiving back. We got men trying to fill that void of not getting enough love growing up, so they just taking love and ain't giving none out. And we got one-way streets being created pretty much. Go ahead.
And then on top of that, because I got so much to say, y'all. Okay, so I'm just going to fucking spill it. Okay, so to say to that, I think I pretty much looked up, like the type of woman I am. It does come out very, like, high maintenance and very expectation wise, because with those male figures I grew up with, I never took the trash bag, I never took the door handle. Things were always there for me. Things were always provided. Car troubles never were a trouble. Money was never a trouble. Things like that. I had a dad. I had a stepdad. And then my first boyfriend, luckily he was raised correctly. I fell into somebody, he was already opening up doors, already doing all the shit. Like, so yes, I can't go beneath that. My dads and my ex-boyfriend set the standard for me. So I can't go under that. So now I'm looking for that or above. So yes, if I go on a date with you and you not opening up doors, I ain't saying you gotta open up car doors and all that. But if you ain't open up no doors, I'm probably not gonna take that. And then I don't really think that the dad is the most important when it comes to teaching a woman how to respect her, not to respect herself, but a dad is the most important example for a young woman to see how she should be treated by a man.
Exactly.
And if that is a bad example or a bad first impression, or if it's not existent, it has to be somebody that's able to teach them how a man should treat them. For example, this person I was talking about, he was treating me well, but his daddy was trash. He learned all his mannerisms from his auntie and his mama side of the family. His daddy was trash, and so his little sister was seeing how a man should treat her through her brother. Not only did he open up my door, he would open up both our doors, like period. Like it was automatic. So even now, she's only 16 now, but that's the crucial age. It should have been younger than that.
Exactly.
But and me being around, no, that's not cool. A man should do that. A man should do this. And then, of course, she get that from her big brother. So she on point, but a lot of girls don't have that. So we looking for it from our moms, but they never been treated right by a man.
I was going to say, and that's another thing. Like, the top three things I would say is definitely the male father. It is the accountability, and then it's the actual examples around you. Like, if there's not a male father, is there a nephew, an uncle, a brother, a cousin,
a teacher,
grandfather, somebody? You know what I'm saying? And then if there's not a male figure, is there a strong woman that you can legit look up to and have a bond, like a close enough bond to where they can show you without bias? Because, and I say without bias because we have a lot of hurt women teaching unhurt women how to be hurt in a relationship that they're not hurt in. And I say that, like, what I mean by that is you have a lot of moms who have been ran over by fathers or other men, period. They go out and they have kids or they have daughters. And what they 10 times out of 10 teach their daughter is that men are this type of person, which is only the person that they deal with. So if they got cheated on, all men are dogs, all men ain't shit, all men cheat, lie, do the most, nah. And you got the daughter that grows up and it's like, well, shit, that's all I heard growing up. Like, that's all I know. So, shit, all men is dogs. All men ain't shit. All men is cheaters. And then you have the respect slowly. Every time she puts a negative thought in, she takes respect out for a man. So now, her respect for a man, which is still half of her, because again, you got a Y chromosome, you got a Z chromosome. It's a male and a female. So her respect for half of who she is on the inside starts to go away with each negative thought that's planted inside of her. So now you got the unruly woman, men ain't this, men ain't that, and I'm gonna do whatever I want, and I can do whatever I want because I'm grown or I'm this and I'm that, and now she's fellatio on 7 guys.
I think the problem with both sides is that the lack of respect has been diminished. Because when I grew up, the man was the leader, the household, the do-so, the last say-so of the situation. Even if, like, because my dad was in and out of my life growing up, and I didn't meet my stepdad until I was 10. So, my dad example was Mimi dad, was my uncle. Mm-hmm. And so, growing up, even if him and his wife did talk about the situation or the decisions behind closed door, he was the face of it. Always. Like, when he came into a room, it was respect, and vice versa for my aunt. Like, it was a respect that we had for men and women. Women had for men, and then men had for women. Like, a man would never, back in the day, I don't know about nowadays, but a man would never be in a room full of men and his girlfriend walk out with shorts on and tank top. Like, little bitty ass whole clothes, no bra. Like, me as a woman, I would never do that. I would never, my man having company, I'd probably be in the room. Hey, how y'all doing? And that's about it. I wouldn't come out in no pajamas, no little bitty ass shit. I say this shit for my man for when he done with his friends or whatever type shit, you know? But a lot of women ain't raised like that. They come out into the kitchen with their little shorts on, no bra. Hey, friend, you want something to drink? Low-key flirting with his friends. And we don't put enough respect on our men name. Like, on men, we kind of bullshit them around. And then when we don't get our way, oh, it's a big fuss. But really, we're not putting ourselves in their shoes and it be small ass shit. Like, say if I was dating somebody and I wanted to buy this $500 watch. And he was like, no, right? Mm. Most women to go talk to their mama or their homegirl or whatever and be like, he got me fucked up, this, blah, 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 blah. And then, of course, the homegirl or the mama will be like, he do got you fucked up, you need to leave him because he ain't gonna let you get no $500 watch, blah, blah, blah.
Whole time you saving up for a deposit on your house.
Or a ring.
You know what I'm saying?
Or something better. But y'all don't communicate that either.
I ain't gonna fake it though. I ain't gonna fake it. The crazy thing about the respect dynamic, like, and again, I would say it definitely started to, like, it's gone now with our generation, but it definitely started diminishing, like, with my grandparents, with our grandparents, like, once they start having kids, like, our parents was pretty much the start of all of this shit.
Like the late 70s, 80s.
Yeah. That's when, like, it really started going bad, and it did. You get women starting to fulfill the regular duties of men and become the head of households in a lot of cases. You do get,
and men disrespect their women too.
Yeah. That's not even a question or a topic we gotta go over.
Yeah, women do shit like they do call their men out their names or like belittle them in front of the people. Men literally would do the same thing.
Yeah. Or we just insensitive. Like, it's a different type of disrespect.
Yeah, insensitive.
Like, it's more so like, I'm gonna do something knowing that it's not gonna bother me as a man. But you as a female or you as my significant other, I know it's gonna piss you off.
But you don't give a fuck.
And I don't give 2 fucks about it. Like, that's disrespect.
Like, I would literally be like, I'm trying to think of one that's not too crazy. But y'all definitely say some wild outside that shit about us or in front of us.
I mean, like, just the comments about y'all friends. Like, and I'm guilty of this too because, like, I do it. Like, I'm one of them people like, especially when I date a girl and I'm meeting her friends for the first time. I'm looking at all her friends to see who is the potential problem, who do I need to avoid, and who is going to be like my close friend out of her friends. Like, which one of her friends can I be friends with and be cool?
The potential problem, the one you're going to have to avoid, ain't the same person.
See, the potential problem, that's the one that's loud, ghetto, always into some stuff, and just like every time there's drama within the group, you can pretty much say, oh, this person's name, and they're gonna be like, yeah, they almost started it or pretty much started it. The one you gotta avoid, that's the one that
I'm going through my friends in my head, John.
That's the jealous friend. You know what I'm saying? The one that's like always telling you that your nigga ain't good or your man ain't this and that, but secretly they want to smash your man, and all they're looking for is that one opportunity. That's the one you gotta avoid. And then the one that you like can be friends with, that's the one that you could talk to and like she gonna be kinda unbiased, but she ain't gonna be all the way unbiased. Like she gonna tell you, yeah, my friend fucked up. But she ain't gonna tell you that she cheating though. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, my friend fucked up, but you a good guy.
She ain't never gonna do that. It's her friend.
But
that's like you one of your homeboy been like, so did he smash old girl or not? Cause we cool. But that's
what I'm saying. Like, it's cool enough to where like I can come and get advice, but I ain't gonna be able to come get dirt. If that makes sense. Like, I ain't gonna be able to come get dirt from my girl,
get like,
but I can be able to get some advice, some pointers. Like, look, hey, she been tripping lately. Yeah, she been tripping lately. Like, did she mention something? Like, and she'll tell you like, oh yeah, she said you didn't take out the trash type shit. Alright, cool, I can fix that. Or she said you came home late smelling like, you know what I'm saying, blah, blah, blah. Alright, let me fix that. Let me go ahead and explain the situation, communicate with her, like, but she's that type of friend for you. But yeah, I usually look for all of those friends, and usually like when I get mad, like I tell like my significant others. That's why your friends not shit. Because a lot of y'all have girlfriends or friend groups that y'all hang out with, and like she said, when your man do something wrong or do something that you don't agree with, y'all go back to these trifling hoes. And I'm saying this because it makes me mad. Y'all go back to these yes women, because that's what they are. They just here to tell you yes and tell you what you want to hear. And y'all go get crucial, important advice on y'all life.
Instead of just venting.
Or instead of calling someone who's not going to give you a yes answer. You need someone who's going to give you that 100% smack in the face truth, regardless of what you want to hear or how you want to hear it.
I'm a person that hate the middleman. I hate people like, I will vent and I will spill the beans, but I hate people being like, giving me advice on shit, because I do like to be right a lot. And coming from the I'm right team.
Had a Facebook thing. What did you get tested positive for? It said being perfect. So, Mr. Right. Anyways, come on.
I would, there we go.
You like to be right, so you don't like getting advice from me.
So yeah, I really like, so I would have came to my man, like, why you didn't take the trash out last night? Why you coming to the house smelling like coochie? Because we got a big problem, and I'm not going for the bullshit.
That's cute.
Synopsis.
That's some shit that's gonna get you cussed out. Don't come to me about no damn trash can. Took that shit out this morning. Fuck out of here. I ain't get to it last night. Now that coochie smell, we're gonna have to talk about that. Cause I don't know. Was it coochie? Did I work out? Like, I don't know, boo. I don't know.
Women know the difference between musty balls and coochie. Y'all smell like musty balls 85% of the time, so we know that no smell.
Word up.
Y'all don't never smell like nothing nice.
Man, that's a bold face. Like, she all cap with that one. All cap.
The only time
all
I smell like
something men and they could have known. Oh my God, something about a man who could have known. So
y'all never wear it. Y'all never wear it. We talking about it in the department stores when we walking through Macy's. We smell it or dealers or something. We just so have to walk through that section.
So basically, like, with the video, you got the seven fellatio men that she had, and you have the question of like, what makes this okay? Like, what is it that women are gravitating to that makes this be something that you would go not only like discuss, but discuss on the internet? Like, this is something that her kids can see when they get older. This is something like it's not going away.
Yeah, and then on top of that, to combat that, what about this behavior. Okay, so what about this behavior is okay for men though? Like, why are y'all?
And again, it's that accountability it's a thick slice of pie, and everybody got to get theirs, or no change is ever going to occur. But to answer my own questions, I think like it became okay because women are trying to get attention at record breaking literally at record breaking intervals. Rates. You know what I'm saying? So like it's like, how can I reach the richest, wealthiest, most endowed person who's okay with my lifestyle the quickest? And it's, why not use the internet?
What's that zodiac? Because why they want all this fucking attention? I wouldn't be left alone. I like attention, but too much.
I ain't gonna lie, but again, you gotta go back to how you was raised, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, you had a father literally tell you, like, men are gonna throw attention at you regardless of what you look like, what you wearing, what you got to give, or what you got on. Like, a horny man is gonna mess with somebody that's 400 pounds or 4 pounds. Like, there is no, like, and that's why, like, there's a lot wrong with how men think. Like, our A to Z logicness, logistically, it's off. It needs to be redone and redesigned because, again, at any given point, I can be attracted to this person and want that person to do this, that, and the third, and I can be attracted to the total opposite over here. And what tends to happen is a message goes out, but the message usually goes out and it's much more louder on the negative side. It's the message that says, oh, I want a girl that's going to give me that sloppy toppy, ride me like a Harley, no hands on a cartwheel, headstand in the morning, backflip at night, and rooftop sex in the middle of the day.
So why can't you find a woman that do all that shit, or teach them how to do that shit, or like coach them to do all that shit,
again,
and just be with that one person? Because the misconstrued, I think it is where men say, I want this, I want a hoe, I want somebody to be sexually endowed or very experienced, or they can't catch all my nuts. But at the same time, not that you're doing it for everybody else, but then on the flip side, women just took the first line and was like, okay, this is what he wants, so this is what I'm gonna be. But then on the flip side, he like, no, I just want that for just me.
Hey.
But then it's like, okay, now I don't want you at all.
Exactly. But that's like with women though.
But then y'all be wanting multiple.
Do you want a man who is sleeping and doing every, like, giving you that tongue master 3,000 every night and then giving it to Darlene and Shirley and Shaquita?
No, but exactly. What I'm saying, but listen, but on the man side, what I'm saying, this is what y'all do. I want to go freaky dicky seeky, all that shit. Okay, cool. We beat it.
But y'all be it for the
okay, well now I'm going.
But we don't want no hoe for the streets, bro.
No. Okay, so this is what I was saying. I be wanting a woman that is good at head, good in the bed, leg down, upside down, catching pipe, da 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 da.
All that.
Looks like pony.
Ride me like a pony.
Pony, a Harley, whatever he said.
Ride like a Harley.
All that. She give you that, right? She's still not good enough for whatever reason.
That's not true.
Y'all go, listen. Y'all go out and cheat or whatever. Or find some other woman that's fulfilling these needs that y'all like. Okay. So then the woman that was doing all that feel like, damn, I was riding like a pony. I was sucking, slurping, sloppy. I was all the other stuff he named. And I still get through to the left. So let me ride my horizon. So then I go out, well not me, but she went out and she gave 7 dudes head. Yeah, it ain't right.
Not 1, not 2, not 3, but 7.
But okay, but this is constantly happening. I'm not siding with her, but what I'm saying is that
Nah, she definitely sounded like a regular though. You can't fake it. She definitely sounded like a regular.
Yeah, she did.
Her answer.
She's like, yeah, he came through the back. Y'all have to watch the video. It's gonna be posted. But what I'm saying is, okay, so then we do okay. Restart. So y'all say I want a woman that's freaky deaky and sleeky or whatever. Y'all get presented with that. Y'all, a woman that's advanced. She must be a hoe because she doing this too good. Type shit. Where she learned this shit from? Blah 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 blah. Maybe she just got it in her. You know, maybe it's from within. And then so now she a hoe.
I don't think so.
I lost where I was going.
But I don't think so. I'm gonna interject though. I don't think so. And well, me personally, I'm not gonna say because I am different. Like I will say, like, all right, let's just say, like, I'm 23. If I meet a girl, regardless of her age right now, as long as she over 18, we good.
Right. Go for it.
Right. So 18 or older. I'm 23. So if I meet someone who's 18 or older and we started dating, and the first time we have sex, she do it like a porn star. Honestly, like, as a man, well, me personally, as my own man, I'm thinking like, damn, did I just hit the jackpot? Like, if this person can communicate, she can hold a conversation, she can be on her business, and she is for family oriented, I'm feeling like, shit, I just won one. Like, she good in the bed and she can do all those other things. That's a win. Society doesn't allow uniqueness and individuality. Like, we've really come to a place where we have more followers and more trend hoppers than trend setters.
And it's like, if I'm the only good dude in the group, but y'all are running through hoes,
I'm gonna be pressured to become a hoe.
I'm gonna be pressured to be the 10th fool.
And because integrity isn't taught, and like that kind of goes back to the men not being in the households, raising these children, and then not having great examples. So when your integrity is lacking, you will fall prey to the pressures of your friends and your social circles. You'll fall victim to the lifestyles that you don't necessarily agree with or align with, just because you don't have the esteem or value within yourself to stand up against the status quo. And like Pop said in the background, if you don't stand for something, you gonna fall for anything. And that's pretty much like what I could chunk, like, after, like, when she showed me the video, like, as a man, I didn't bat an eye. It wasn't shocking because I know women get down like that. And again, it's because of that desperate need for attention or for male approval. And when you have a bunch of girls who are okay with degrading and devaluing themselves, then when you have a woman who is on her shit, she either has to literally hold all of that integrity inside of herself and fight with that, or succumb to the pressure of what the rest of the hoes are doing. And it's the same way on the other foot.
Yeah,
so we just gotta figure out a way to build some integrity in you females and in you men, and we need to build some value in y'all as well, because the course that we going on, fellatio or
giving
fellatio to 7 different men, that's not it.
And that's like basically,
and being part of those 7 men, that's not it. You gotta stop commending either side of it. Like,
it's the accountability on both sides on each other. So yeah, y'all, that's what we got today on Sunday Sit Down. Finally, nice to finally show you us. Revealing Kori.
Even though we left the camera 99 times.
Basically. But revealing Kori. In 3, 2.
Yo, boy.
We out.
Gone on you. Catch us in 2 weeks.